when you go into the lane.
Dave will foul you. He'll make you feel like you just played a football game.
Yeah, and he always gets that little grin on his face afterwards, like he didn't actually do it.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, these kids have been roughed up by different people. That's why we look at Reese. Why do you think Reese can take a hit so well? I guarantee you, even growing up, Heath didn't give him a single easy bucket.
No, Trace didn't either.
Oh, but Trace is the best athlete in that family, so it does matter.
Hands down.
Oh, goodness. Definitely miss watching him on the field. Well, I'm very excited to get this one underway this evening. Once again, if you're listening on the radio and you want to watch this game, you can go to MoSportsZone.com. We are streaming live, got the video feed of it, and, of course, our audio laid over top. If not, we're here at 95.1 FM and online at LakeRadio.com. Tigers making their way onto the field now. Jason, I also have to ask, being at home like we saw them week one is nice. You get the crowd behind you and all that. How big of a difference is it having to ride in a bus 2 hours to get down here for this game? And as a coach, what can you do to get your kids back and ready to play?
I wish there was some magic thing you could say. Football is all about routine. And, big bus trips like this, getting out of school early, kind of messes up your routine a little bit. But that's where, a veteran coach like Coach Seitz, you just keep your kids together, keep them busy, try to keep that routine as close to normal as possible, and you'll be fine. It's part of the game, and it is for us now in this new conference.
Well, my big hope is that none of the receivers on this squad watched any of the Chiefs football game last night.
Lord.
Yeah, if anybody showed up today and said, "Man, I feel like Kadarius Toney," you just leave him at home. That's fine. We don't need him on this trip. And
is he still employed, I wonder?
Oh my goodness, I hate it because I like Kadarius.
I do too.
It kind of shocked me to see that out of him of all people, but I think in a weird way it might turn out good for the Chiefs. Sometimes you need that slap in the mouth early in the season.
Well, that Travis Kelce, I know he's gone. I know he's a big part of a lot of things. But Kelce can't make that big of a difference. You got to have some guys make some plays. Some guys have got to step up. You got to use that running game a little bit too, I think, on some of those 4th and 2s. And
the one big difference I do think Kelce makes is with Kelce out there, you can't really run a nickel defense. You can't put two safeties high. He'll eat you alive in the middle. Last night, that wasn't a problem. But I did hear some people kind of, hating on Mahomes. I actually thought he moved out of the pocket well and really created some things that weren't there.
I'll be honest with you, man. If without Mahomes, I'm scared of what that score could have been.
Well, and, hats off to our defense because without Chris Jones out there, they still only gave up 2 touchdowns to the third-ranked offense in the league last year. Trent McDuffie looked like a man possessed out there.
Oh, yeah.
I just joked with my older brother before the game, and we were talking about cornerbacks. I'm like, cornerbacks don't tackle. And then Trent McDuffie's like, you want to bet?
Yeah. The biggest thing I noticed last night was, it kind of bothered me, was Detroit came to win. They played to win. They were on the road. They're the Detroit Lions. They're trying to make a name. They had a little success last year, the second half of the season. But they have a fake punt and Arrowhead. They never came in intimidated, and their coach decided they were going to play to win. And I just didn't feel that Kansas City kind of matched them on that. We were just kind of playing, period. But they came to win. They knew we're the Detroit Lions. What's everybody expected? When we go to Arrowhead, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
And they didn't play that way. And hats off to their head. I love their head coach.
Dan Campbell's crazy.
That is a player's coach right there, man.
I couldn't agree more. Well, we are just about ready for kickoff. Tigers won the toss. They are going to defer. We're going to take a quick break, and we will come back with the coverage of the first quarter and start of this game. It's for Sales at Butler. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Looking for a pre-owned, dependable car or truck? Stop by Tim's Auto Connection just south of Laurie. Check out their selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. Tim's team will be happy to help you find the vehicle you're looking for, even if it's not already on their lot. Call or stop by Tim's Auto Connection for quality service, no pressure, and great prices on pre-owned vehicles. Tim's Auto Connection just south of Laurie. Call 573-372-0280. That's 573-372-0280.
And it's time to get the first quarter underway. Versailles will kick off to start this one. Kick right down the middle. Going to be taken from about the 15 to the 20. Outside to the 30. Breaking one tackle. Dropping his shoulder. Trucking forward to about the 36-yard line before the Tigers come up with the stop. And that is, where Butler will start this opening drive.
Tell you what, these Butler boys are a little bit bigger than what I thought. There's some good-looking kids out there now.
Yeah, there's some stout kids, and we talked about this conference a lot. Butler has really been one of the premier football teams in this conference for the last several years. I feel like Butler and Sherwood. Now this year, Warsaw really going to have a say in things as well.
Yeah.
So which makes this game even bigger for Versailles. If you could come in and try to rattle a team like Butler early, it makes a statement to the rest of the conference.
Without a doubt.
So 1st and 10 from the 38 for Butler. Quarterback is Davidson. Takes the snap. Running to the right. Tigers get there early all over him at the 34. Davidson tried to keep it, and the Tigers made him pay.
Yeah, from talking to Coach Allen, who has a lot of historic ties to Butler, it's where he came to Versailles. He said their quarterback is definitely one you want to key on here tonight.
So a good first down rush by the Tiger defense. It's going to be big to dominate the line of scrimmage tonight. You want to make your presence known up front, those big boys for the Tigers.
Yeah.
So now 2nd and 10. Well, actually longer. That's 2nd and 16 after the loss, I should say. Davidson out of the shotgun, kind of a tight formation for Butler. 2 wide receivers on the near side, and a timeout going to be called by Butler. That is an early timeout here from this Butler squad.
Yeah, saw something they a little worried about or something there.
It's going to be a Lloyd Belt Automotive timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Jason, I mean, the drive of the game says a lot for both teams. And like I said, first play, Tigers rush gets behind the line of scrimmage, stops him for a big loss. If you can replicate that and force a punt here on this first drive, you get a lot of momentum on the road.
Yeah, I think this last week you get our linebackers coming downhill a little bit better and attacking a little bit more, and that's a good sign right there. Gives you a little momentum. As we know, this is a game of momentum, as we even saw last week with Eldon and Owensville.
What a game that was. You talk about literally coming down to the last second. I mean, Eldon made a run. They were down 10 with like 3.5 to go, and instead they got all the way down to the 10-yard line. I mean, they had a pass ball incomplete in the end zone that would have won the game for them.
Yeah.
That's starting to become quite the rivalry between those two teams.
That's a great rivalry, and we've been 2 for 2 on games that came down to the very last play with 0 on the clock. So hopefully tonight will be a good one.
Here we go, 2nd and 15 for Butler. Davidson out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, drops back. He wants to go deep on the right side in the air corner. Ooh, good coverage, a little bit of a shove. May have just about got away with one, but no flag, so it winds up being good coverage by the secondary of the Tigers. That's going to bring him 3rd and long.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get by Albrecht there a little bit. It looked like he passed Tristan, but Tristan did a good job of closing down the gap.
Boy, my camera is fighting me all the way right now. I think it's supposed to have a way to... Oh, I tightened that. Okay. You got to be smarter than the camera you're running.
This looks like the space shuttle, the USS Enterprise in here right now.
Let me
cords and stuff everywhere.
Let me tell you, man, I don't know what any of it does. All right, 3rd and 15 for Butler. They've ran 1 on the ground and 1 in the air. Let's see what they do here. Davidson under center. Takes the snap. Fakes handoff. No, who's got it? Oh, it's a handoff up the middle. Boy, they fooled me. He had 2 backs behind him. Carry up to the 45, so a good game, but still going to be short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th and 5 for Butler. Well, 4th and 3 make it, and it looks like Butler's going to keep the offense out there.
Yeah, you're going to have to play good responsibility football here if you're Versailles. Somebody's got to be getting the quarterback. Somebody's got to take the running back if they're going to play that game.
So 4th and short, Butler staying tight. This looks like a run-first team. 2 backs behind Davidson. Under center takes the snap. He's going to keep it, trying to roll to his right. He's hit at the line. Tigers hold. That's going to be a turnover on downs at the 46-yard line. What a stance by the Versailles defense.
Yeah, that was a good job. Chase Shoemaker on this end squeezed that down just like you're supposed to and took away the running lane. So that was a good job on Chase Shoemaker's part.
Hey, great to see Chase back out here this week. Chase under the weather last week. Didn't get to play in that Warsaw game, but happy to have him back out here making an impact early.
Yeah, he did a great job week 1. Another one of those new faces that we got to have out on the field this year.
And speaking of Chase, he's going to be out here on first down for this Tiger offense. He is the starting running back. What's the issue here? Bias trying to get the play call in, make sure everything's ready to go. A couple last-second instructions from the sideline. Bias out of the shotgun. Everybody in motion at the moment. He's alone back there. They're going to bring Reese in motion. It's a handoff to Reese. Running to the right. He gets put behind the line of scrimmage. Now he's going to bring him back to the left. Turns corner at the 50, 45 up to the 40. Breaks the tackle ahead to the 35. Dives ahead to the 32. A play that should have been dropped for a loss. Reese Murdoch turns into a nice gain and a Serdike Yamaha first down.
That's just an athlete being an athlete. Number 80, Dylan Randalls for Butler, did a great job on the D line of pushing the offensive lineman 4 yards deep, and that made that jet sweep turn back around on a dime the other direction.
Oh, that's the luxury of having an athlete like Reese, though. Runs to the right side. Oh, man, the defense is there. Well, let's just go back to the left.
Let's go this way.
So a new set of downs for the Tiger offense. Shoemaker to the right of Bias. Reese comes in motion. They're going to hand it. No, it's a reverse back to Shoemaker, and the defense was ready. They hit him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 2-yard loss. Good penetration by the DNs for Butler.
Left side of that Tiger line got to clean it up just a little bit there. Cut down some of them holes.
So that's going to be 2nd and 12 now on the 35-yard line of Butler. 9:27 to go here in the Lowe's Home Improvement first quarter for the Tiger offense.
I say screen pass. What do you think?
I could see it. I say screen pass. If it's screen pass, it's going far side.
Is number 6, I guarantee you.
Shoemaker comes in motion. Bias going to roll to his right. He wants to go downfield. Quick turn for Murdoch. They got Murdoch on the sideline, out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That quick out route's there for Reese all day long. That's the Serdike Yamaha first down, and the Tigers are driving.
Yeah, that was a good job of Reese running routes right there. He wasn't open at first, but he kept moving and got to that sideline, and there it was.
Well, they double stacked him over there, and was that Albrecht? Is Albrecht wearing number 12?
I think, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So when you've got Albrecht going on a go route down the sideline, that takes the secondary with him, and a quick out from Reese.
Yeah.
That's tough to guard. So 1st and 10, new set of downs for the Tigers from the 20. Handoff, Shoemaker up the middle. A little bit of a hole there. Modest gain. Well, a good 5-6-yard chunk on first down.
We'll take that.
Some strong running there from Chase Shoemaker. Makes it about 2nd and 5. The Tigers now in the Crown Power Case IH red zone down to the 15-yard line. Still a 0-0 game. 8:30 to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 5 for the Versailles offense. It's going to be a handoff. No, keeper. Bias calls his own number, runs up the middle. Defense is there. They swarm him, and he gets stood up at the line. Defense was ready. May have even lost a yard, depending on where the officials mark him here.
See where they whistled that down. I think he lost a couple on that, or maybe a few. That's a great job on that D-line for Butler. Those pretty active kids, man. They can move pretty good.
You get the feeling that this Butler squad, they want to run, and they know how to defend the run because of it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a favorable spot for the Tigers. It's going to be 3rd and 5 on the 15, and you know this is 4-down territory anyways.
Well, their senior nose guard, was it Brighton Orso? That boy just looks like he was born to play nose guard, number 66.
I completely agree.
He's a box.
That's a big boy right there. So 3rd and 5 on the 15. Shoemaker comes in motion. Gonna throw. Flips it up left side. Jump. Oh, one-handed snag on the sideline. They're gonna say he was out of bounds. What a catch, though. Coming down with that one. Who was that?
That's X-Man. That's Xavier Jones.
Xavier Jones. My goodness. He only needs one. I wish he'd have been in bounds. That was a heck of a snag.
That was a highlight catch right there. And we just said, he may be that X factor in this game. So
that's going to bring up 4th and 5. My goodness. What a snag nice, there, man. Though, for Xavier. Fletcher Bias just kind of flicked it up and gave him a shot at it. So here we go, 4th and 5. This is one that I want to see in Bias's hands, a chance to roll out and run for it if he needs to. Bias out of the shotgun, Shoemaker in motion. Bias going to roll to his right, looking for a receiver under pressure, puts it up. It's pulled in. Strong catch by Reese, and he dances ahead for the first down. That's a strong catch and a heads-up play.
Yeah, that was a great job. He was, about 2.5 yards short and still managed to get the first down on that.
He reached around the corner to snag that, and that is just pure grip strength. And a Serdike Yamaha first down. Tigers are knocking on the door. It's going to be 1st and goal now from the 5-yard line. Good job by Bias, by the way, to buy time for Murdoch. So from the 5, Bias out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Ollison up the middle, head of steam. Takes on a defender, trying to drive him forward. Gains a couple.
That was a good run by Ty. He needs to be careful, though. He was leaning pretty hard. I thought they were going to throw with a false start on that. You could tell he knows he's getting that ball.
But that's kind of Ty's style of running there, is put the head down, and, well, they're marking it on the board like he lost yardage.
Huh. Sure didn't look like it, did it?
I don't know. Either way, the Tigers looks like 2nd and goal now from, maybe he did, about the 7. Receiver comes in motion. Bias takes the snap. Handoff. Murdoch hit behind the line, breaks the tackle, cuts back to the middle, splits them defenders, dragging a man with him. Is he in?
Gotta be.
Are they going to mark him short?
There's no way. He didn't fall down until
I guess they're marking him short.
You got to be kidding me.
He's got to be down to the 1-yard line then, I take it.
I don't know. So, We need to wash this window then, because
I thought he was it. What a play by Murdoch, though. He should have been stopped for a loss again. Cut it back to the center of the field and drug the defender with him and spun down to, I guess, the one?
It looked like he fell down 4 yards in the end zone.
He came up celebrating like he'd scored.
Yeah. I don't know. Great play, though.
Well, now I'm confused because they've got it marked as first down again. Either way, Bias rolls out to his right, flicks it to the end zone. That one is a touchdown. Caught by who else but Murdoch.
You get the feeling they're going to look to go to Reese tonight, just a little bit.
Oh, wait, I see what just happened. It was a touchdown. I am so mistaken here. They did score on that. That was the 2-point conversion.
They never gave us.
I never saw the refs put their hands up.
They never gave a signal.
That makes a lot more sense. So Reese Murdoch with the touchdown, 2-point conversion is good. I apologize. I'm telling you, the refs never put those hands up. That was...
No, and I don't like to say touchdown until they say touchdown. So.
Well, that's going to be a touchdown for the Tigers, and the 2-point conversion stands 8-0. The Versailles lead, 6:28 to go in the first quarter. We'll come back with more in just a moment. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Sure, people say vaping is a safer alternative to smoking. It's safer than swimming with sharks while dressed like a seal, flying a kite in the middle of a lightning storm, brushing your teeth with toilet water. Just because people say vaping is safer than cigarettes doesn't make it safe. Do your part. Spread the word and the trend.
This message brought to you by the Miller County Health Center.
And back here after one quarter of play, one drive, I should say, for the Tigers, and a successful one at that, as we were fooled. We thought they got stopped at the 1 yard line. Turns out they'd already scored the touchdown. My goodness, I'm sorry if you're watching this. This camera is fighting me all the way. On the return, Butler, middle of the field at the 30, cuts it back outside to the 40. Good stiff arm up the sideline near midfield, and that's going to be a horse collar tackle as well at the 45-yard line. That's going to tack a little extra on, so Butler going to have some very nice starting position on this drive.
Yeah, Versailles got to do a little better job of running those lanes on that kickoff team. Fill your lane. Everybody converge.
All three facets of the game have to be clean if you're going to win a football game like this, and special teams is included. The last thing you want to do is give away free yardage after a nice offensive drive like you just had.
You don't want to give that momentum up.
But I'm just thinking back to that drive. It really turned into what you said in the pregame. It's almost like Coach Seitz said, this is Reese, stop him.
Well, and Coach Seitz is 10,000 times smarter than me. But I kind of felt like we've in week one, we didn't really use Reese a whole lot like that. But, man, Coach Seitz has come out firing with him in this game right here.
Reese just woke up this morning and said, you know what? I feel pretty good. I think I'm going to go score some touchdowns tonight.
He ate his Wheaties.
He ate his Wheaties. He ate Trace's Wheaties. He didn't eat Trace's Wheaties. Trace ate his Wheaties.
Trace isn't sharing his Wheaties.
Handoff on first down up the middle for Butler. Good yardage on first down. What a carry on the play. That was Xavier Wisdom with the carry. He picked up 9 on first down for the Bears.
Yeah, that's a big run right there.
I apologize if you're watching, by the way. There's a window brace right in front of me. Hey, it is what it is.
At least it's not 105 this time.
Dude, it feels a little more like football weather tonight.
Oh, man, I can't wait for next week.
Is it going to be cooler?
Like low 70s for a high.
I love that.
All week long. We might have to wear sweatshirts.
That is big guy weather. So 2nd and 1 for Butler. Tight formation. Snap to Davidson, and we got a false start. Yep, false start on the Bears. Well, the run-first team, that is not what they want to see. I'm sure Coach Webb not happy about that one.
No, he don't look like he's very happy about that call.
So that's going to take 2nd and 2 and turn it into a 2nd and 7. And a reminder, if you're looking to watch tonight's contest, you can do so at MoSportsZone.com. Don't judge me for my camera work. I'm doing play-by-play and camera at the same time. So what? Encroachment going to be called? I'm a little surprised the official, he gave the sign a false start to start. And Coach Seitz walking over with his hands up saying, what, were you doing the Macarena, or what were you trying to tell me? Because I saw the hands move.
Yeah, they got that one flipped, didn't they?
So all that momentum the Tigers had garnered has now been handed over to the Bears. So 1st and 10 now from Butler on the 27 of the Tigers. Snap to Davidson. He's going to keep it. And this one whistled dead as well. This one is a false start. I think if the ref takes this one back, Coach Seitz may wind up on the field.
Yeah. I'd have been a little angry about that last deal.
I would too. I mean,
that was a little late.
That was.
At least be overturning a call.
The officials are trying to confuse us is what they're doing. First, we don't see the touchdown sign. Now they're trying to mess up our broadcast.
Sure. I'm mad about it, too.
So now 1st and 15 for Butler on the Versailles 32-yard line. 5:28 to go here in this first quarter. Versailles leads 8-0.
And I don't know if they know it or not, but we don't need any help doing that.
So Davidson operating out of the shotgun. Once again, a tight formation for Butler. Receiver comes in motion, fakes the handoff. Davidson looks to throw. He gets hit as he throws. It's picked off. Albrecht's got it.
That was a nice pick over the shoulder right there now.
Albrecht looked like the receiver on that one, coming down with the over-the-shoulder grab, so the Tiger defense forces the turnover.
A little shaken up. I don't know if that was a shoulder or what, but that was a nice pick right there.
Welcome back, Tristan Albrecht, 6'5" receiver with a 7'3" wingspan, it seems like.
No kidding.
Yeah, I think he got the wind knocked out of him a little bit, but that's all right. He'll get it back in a moment. Teammates all give him a little pat on the back.
Where they got us spotted at, Colton? That literally.
Oh,
on the
they're
goal
going to
line?
say that he went down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
That is tough.
Versailles better get some tight splits because I got a feeling Butler's coming.
I was going to say, if you're the Bears, you're sending heat right now and looking for a safety.
That D-line's pretty tough, so we'll see.
You can see the Tigers got Ty Ollison back there. I think you're going to see an Ollison power carry here and try to force a little yardage to make some breathing room.
Yeah.
Bias takes the snap, hands it off to Shoemaker, actually, I believe, who hits the line, moves a couple people, maybe gains a yard. They run Ollison there as a fullback, trying to create a little bit of space for Shoemaker, a little breathing room.
Did we get a little? Oh, we got a little. About another yard.
The nice thing is with the way Bias can run the ball, if you need to, you can roll him out on this play and let him try to create some as well.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 9 for the Tigers on their own, we'll say 2-yard line. I mean, Bias is standing in his own end zone as he takes this snap. Handoff and dropped for the safety. The Butler defense gets home and turns the interception into points. It's going to be 2 points for the Bears off the safety, and they're going to get this one back. Very rarely do you see an interception be a bad thing, but somehow that interception wound up a bad thing.
It didn't help us, did it?
What a turn of events there. You felt like Versailles was about to have the opportunity to really just take a strong grip on it. And to be clear, Albrecht did nothing wrong. I mean, you can't not intercept that ball and you just take the hit and go down as you go down. But
Been nice now if you just fell in the end zone, got a touchdown.
yeah, if you could have just bobbled that for a second, that would have been great. But nonetheless, that's 2 points on the board for the Bears. So with 4:22 to go, it's an 8-2 Versailles lead, but Butler about to get this one back. We'll take a quick break. Be back with more. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Holly Lift Boat Lifts. You've got your home at the lake and you found the perfect boat. Now, to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Holly Lift Boat Lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Holly Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Holly lifts.
And back in the first quarter, 4:22 to go. Versailles going to have to punt after the safety. Just a tough break. As a great interception from Tristan Albrecht, but they were pinned on their own 1-yard line after it, and the Butler defense got home for the safety. So now Versailles will line up, have to punt from their own 20-yard line. The nice thing is your punter in Reese Murdoch has a big leg on him, and a good punt from Murdoch. It's going to take a hop at the 40, picked up at the 35. Going to be returned from there up to the 40, 45, breaking midfield, little gap. Got a seam to the 40 of the Tigers and finally brought down. That's where Butler will start their drive at the Tiger 38-yard line.
Yeah, that's what, about a 25, 30-yard return there. Tigers got to get tough on defense now.
So Versailles basically back in the exact situation they were last drive. Just 2 more points on the board now.
Yeah, Tristan still don't look right. He's out there stretching. I don't know if he fell on that shoulder wrong or what, but you can tell he's bothered right now.
It's amazing how quickly the ground comes up to meet you.
You better not show it too much. He's over on the Butler sideline. You don't want him taking a shot at him right now thinking he's hurt.
Maybe he's just faking it, hoping they will take another
That'd
shot
be
at
nice,
him.
wouldn't it?
Tight package for Butler. We got a whistle before the snap. Is there a timeout? How can you be offsides before the ball snapped?
I don't know, man.
I'm very confused on that. I thought you had to. Okay, whatever. Offsides on Versailles, I guess, before the snap.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, can't you jump across and come back as long as the ball's not snapped? Or as long as they don't flinch for encroachment?
I don't know.
Whatever. It'll be 1st and 5 for Butler. It's going to be a quick handoff right up the middle, breaking one tackle, now two, all the way up to the 25-yard line. Strong carry from Xavier Wisdom, the junior. That's going to be a Butler first down.
Man, that's tough. Butler, they get that offense tightly packed in there, and they hit the line quick with the ball. It's hard to find it till it's about 3 yards deep.
So Butler gaining a little momentum back here. 4 minutes to go in the Lowe's Home Improvement first quarter. Operating at the Tiger 24-yard line. Versailles thus far has forced a turnover on downs and got an interception. So the defense has been pretty good thus far. See if the Tigers can come up with another stop. On first down, tight package from Butler. Davidson, he's going to keep it. Rolls out to the right, carrying a couple defenders with him up to the 15. Met by a few Tiger defenders and finally stopped, but it's going to be a 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, Butler's not fancy by any means, are they? They just, they're going to pack it in tight and come right at you.
Well, I said 5. That's more than 5. That was a nice,
That
was an 8 or 9 yard gain, actually. Yeah, Butler doesn't really sugarcoat what they want to do. They want to run.
They want to hit that line quick with that ball, and it's hard to find. It's going to be a big night for our linebackers.
Yeah, Davidson's very deceptive in his movements. He's not super deliberate when he keeps it or hands it off either way, so he leaves you guessing.
Yeah.
This seems like one of those games that Ty Ollison at linebacker could be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game for our linebackers. Hopefully.
2nd and short, Davidson. He goes with the hard count, and the Tigers jump. That's going to be a free first down for Butler.
Come on, Versailles. You got to clean it up.
So that's one of the benefits of having a quarterback like Dylan Davidson, the senior, out there. Hard count in high school football is not always an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. You don't want your own team jumping, but I'm going to tell you this. Once they get you to jump once, they're going to test you the rest of the game.
Well, and you're going to hesitate a little bit more if you're the defender who did jump.
Yeah.
So new set of downs from the 10-yard line. On first down, it's a handoff right up the middle. Ollison got his arms on him right away, but still pushing forward to about the 6-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd at about the 6. Well, it looks like he still can get a first down at about the 1.
I think so, just barely.
So 2nd and make it 7. Well, that can't be right because the ball's on about the 6. We're going to say 2nd and 6 here from the 7. Under center is Davidson. 2 backs behind him. It's a handoff right up the gut. Driving past the 5 down to about the 4. Strong carry from Dylan Davidson. Going to bring up 3rd and short for Butler.
Yeah, Versailles got to get low. You got to crowd that line and get low. Low man wins when you get in this territory.
1:40 to go. 3rd and 3 for the Bears. Down to the Versailles 3.5-yard line. Basically, the first down is on the half-yard line. If you get a first down, you're essentially getting a touchdown. It is as close to as I look over there. It is right in front of the pylon.
I don't even know what the difference is.
Yeah, I don't really know that you can get that first down without the touchdown. I almost want to see it just to know if it can happen. Tight formation from Butler. It's going to be a keeper from Davidson. Tigers all over him. They get him at the 5. A strong stop from the Tiger defense. It's going to bring up 4th and 5. I know he can get a first down, but I'm basically calling this 4th and goal for Butler.
Yeah, big Jay Sean got a hold of him on that one and pulled him back.
Well, I think they got a favorable spot on that. Because if you look, they spotted that ball at about the 3, and it looked like Jay Sean had him at the 5.
Maybe they measure things funny over in western Missouri. We haven't been here since I last played here my junior year.
I'm not going to guess what year that was, Jason, because I got to work with you the rest of the season.
Yeah, you weren't born yet, so.
Here we go. 4th and 3 for Butler. Can the Tiger defense hold again? 2 receivers spread out to the left. Davidson out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it. Runs right up the gut. Head of steam into the end zone. Touchdown, Butler. Butler takes over the lead with 22 seconds left in this first quarter.
Yeah, Versailles better find an answer because Butler's going to keep coming right at him this whole game.
Hey, Tiger. Tiger defense did what they could and stood while they could, but the Butler offense just a little too much. So we'll see a 2-point conversion coming. It's 8-8, all tied up. I shouldn't say took the lead. I guess I just assumed already they took the lead, but no, 8-8 tie right here. Butler does not look like they're an extra point kind of team. They're going to go for 2.
No, when you get about 5 yards of carry, why would you?
So Davidson out of the shotgun. Receiver comes in motion right to left. They're going to hand it to him. Trying to get the edge. Tiger pressure was there. Did he go out of bounds or did he break the pylon? He got it. 2-point conversion's good. I thought Murdoch had him, but and I don't get to say this very often, I think he outran Murdoch.
So I guess if Butler runs outside the tackle, it's a trick play.
It really is at that point. So Butler takes the 10-8 lead. We'll take the break. 22 seconds go in this first quarter. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading Air Ease products. Every Air Ease product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people called DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling.
You know, I got to say, shout out to the boys at Sonic. We're sitting here on the break, and this nice gentleman just comes up and asks us what we want from Sonic. Josh from Sonic is the man right now. That's all there is to it. So thanks to Sonic and Butler here for helping us break our diet and break it in good fashion. So, Josh, we appreciate you, man.
Josh Urbanowitz. Everybody come down to Sonic and get you some food, man. Josh is the man.
Well, it's made this whole road trip worth it now. On the ensuing kickoff, Tigers going to start the return from about the 20 up to the 30, middle of the field. Got blockers. Reese using the blocker. Breaks the tackles. They're not going to catch him. Reese Murdoch with the house call. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, Jason, that's one way to answer.
Well, it's a game of momentum, man, just like we always say, and it holds true once again.
It took us longer to order our Sonic than it took Reese to score. I'm not an expert, but this kid might be good at the game of football.
He's not bad.
So Butler, that's kind of tough for Butler. They had the lead for 5 seconds of game clock.
Yeah, and it takes them, they're a ground and pound, obviously, team, so it takes them a little longer to score. So you don't want to give us quick ones like that.
No, that was huge for the Tiger momentum, but you could see that coming as Murdoch was going up the field. At one point, he had his hands on his blockers waiting to see where the hole developed, and it's like he's got an extra gear he can go to once he sees it.
Yeah, that was a good job.
Tigers going for 2. Ollison comes over an extra blocker. Oh, the snap is bobbled. Picked up, and this one's going to be stuffed. Oh, a bit of a hard hit late there, but
yeah, they can blow that a little sooner.
Looks like he's going to be all right. So the 2-point conversion falls short. Tigers, though, regaining the lead off the kickoff return. 14-10 Versailles over Butler. We'll go ahead and hold it here because there's only 9 seconds left in this quarter. Once again, if you're watching, I apologize. Don't tell us to fire the cameraman because that's me, and I kind of like this job. But Jason, this has been a fun first quarter. Both teams really showing that they can play their own style and they're going to do things their way.
Yeah, I think it's just us, man. Every game we have, it seems to be like this. It's just like a fight every game.
Honestly, I mean, I tuned into the Chiefs game last night. It's a 1-point game. We go to Eldon, it comes down to the wire. Versailles was down to the wire. It's going to be that kind of season. So Reese Murdoch with 2 touchdowns in this first quarter, and I think a 2-point conversion as well.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Bill.
I'm just saying, if you're a college scout, is Reese a senior this year? No, he's a junior.
He's just a junior.
Oh, that's somebody in this conference is listening and goes, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's all right. They were saying that when he was a freshman in the Tri-County.
He's always been a standout. You knew he was going to be good.
I remember when they played when Versailles played California and Reese put 100 yards on him against an all-state corner, so they doubled him with an all-state safety, and he got 3 more receptions.
Yeah.
So the Tigers, the ensuing kickoff after the big return, kind of squibbed down the middle, going to be picked up by Butler at the 21, up to the 30, gets to the outside, breaking 1 tackle, now 2, all the way ahead to the 40-yard line. Strong return from the Bears. I see flags out, though. I'd say this one may be moving backwards.
Well, it's almost got to be.
Well, maybe. I know I saw a hanky on the field.
We'll see. Yeah, there was one down there.
I think the one official looks like he may have been injured in the play. We got a person. Oh, it's going to go against the Tigers.
Okay.
Oh, face mask on the tackle against Versailles. So we've seen a couple. Is that the second face mask we've seen in this first quarter for Versailles?
I think so.
Tigers going to have to clean it up. You can't be giving away yards like that.
No. Especially when you're already giving them a little bit of a good return anyway.
Yeah, that official's
I
I think he took a shot on that last play or something.
he's been around a while. We'll say that.
He's experienced.
He is very, yeah. I think he was reffing before the forward pass was implemented into the game.
The old AFL games.
You see if Josh wants to go down there and get him something.
Oh, goodness. All right. So with that personal foul, that's going to move the ball all the way up to the Versailles 47-yard line. Butler going to have time for about one play here before the first quarter comes to an end. Tight formation, one receiver split out to each side, two backs back behind Davidson under center. Davidson's going to hand it right up the middle.
There you go, Tyrus.
Ty Ollison said, hey, I'm also in the middle.
Yeah,
Give me a hug. Let's sit down.
Ty snooped that one out quick. He was all over that one.
And that's how the first quarter will come to an end. After one quarter of play, Versailles leads Butler 14-10. We'll come back with the second quarter in just a moment. You're listening to and watching KS 95 Sports.
It's not called a farm won't or a farm can't. It's the Case IH Farm All Series, and it's available now at Crown Power and Equipment. And instead of telling you that the Case IH Farm All can do baling, mowing, pulling, raking, and digging, we'll just give you the list of things it won't do. Ready? Nothing. Get your Case IH Farm All Series today at Crown Power and Equipment and find out why Can Do comes in red. Crown Power and Equipment. Passion, power, performance. Find a location near you at crown-power.com.
Car buying has definitely changed a lot. I don't dread it at all anymore, thanks to everybody at Lloyd Bell Automotive. I knew what SUV I wanted. I knew right about what I wanted to pay, but I thought it was going to be hard to find until I mentioned it to the guys at Lloyd Bell Automotive, and they had one here within 2 days. They brought it to me. They made sure I loved it, worked out all the financing. I've never done business like that before. Lloyd Bell Automotive is definitely making car buying fun again, and as a busy mom, I appreciate them very much.
Lloyd Bell Automotive, downtown Eldon.
Our director of all things technical, Mark Sidebottom, back at the studio, just informed us that not only can you watch this at MoSportsZone.com, if you put an @ in front of it, apparently you can watch it on YouTube. So I'm glad we've got Mark that understands technology because, frankly, it frightens me.
Mark's the man.
2nd and 9 for this Butler offense from the Tiger 47-yard line. Versailles leads 14-10. It's a handoff right up the gut. And the Tiger defense looked like they had him, but a second effort from Davidson, and he's going to pick up at least 8, maybe 9. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short for Butler.
Yeah, that's textbook right there, why you keep your feet moving after the first contact.
Yeah, I thought the Tigers had him stopped at the line, but he was the low man there and really pushed the pile. So it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Big play right here.
The 39-yard line of Versailles. Right up the gut again for Butler, and they got a good push, breaking a tackle and another all the way out to the 30. That's going to be a 1st down for the Bears.
Man, they are not fancy at all, are they? I like that style of football, though. That's old school.
It really, really is. Somewhere Coach Strand is smiling.
It just makes your second half easier because it just wears your opponent down so much.
So new set of downs for Butler. 1st and 10 from the 30. Under center again, quick handoff right up the middle. No bouncing outside. Davidson did keep that one. He gets ahead to about the 26. I'm telling you, Davidson, he's so subtle in his movements back there. He's not really selling on if it's a handoff or a keeper.
Yeah, and that's where responsibility of football. You know, your boys are taught to, an option and things like that. Who's got quarterback? Who's got running back? So you don't have to think. That's just who you tackle every play. We got to get that one figured out a little bit.
That's honestly how I live life, is just not thinking.
Good point.
So 2nd and 6 here for the Bears. Under center again, Davidson. He's going to keep it. Rolls to the left. He's got the corner and getting low, and a good tackle. Was that
X-Man?
Xavier Jones goes low and brings him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down for the Bears. They are driving all the way into the red zone up to the 18-yard line. I like the form, though, by Xavier.
Yeah, it was textbook tackle for him.
Went low, just planted his shoulder right in his hips. And so from the 19-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bears. Another tight formation. Davidson under center, 2 backs behind him to his left and his right. Takes the snap, handoff, breaking one tackle, diving forward, stretching out to the 10. Some hard-nosed running there for Butler.
Yeah, little ISO play there. That's some tough running.
I believe that was Wisdom on the carry. He is a strong back. It's going to bring up second and about 3. Butler's just very methodical. They're not going to necessarily get you with the home run plays. They just want to go right up the gut or roll it to the outside. But, I mean, they're running between the tackles for the most part.
Yeah, they're not fancy whatsoever. I only know of one play they ran outside the tackle army.
They're doing what I wish the Chiefs would have done on 3rd and short last night.
Exactly.
Handoff right up the middle. Wisdom again follows the big man up front, breaks 1 tackle and a second into the end zone. However, I saw that yellow hanky come out, and I got a feeling this one's coming back.
I see Tigers clapping, so it should be on Butler, I think, here.
Usually you don't celebrate a foul on yourself, so I'm going to go ahead and agree with you. And I see the white hat says holding on Butler. This one is coming back.
We needed that.
So should make it about 2nd and 7 from, I believe, the 15.
Give us a little bit of breathing room at least.
I tell you what, the center for Butler is making all sorts of space right off the snap.
I'll tell you what, they're line kids. I was under the impression they were a little bit smaller, but I'll tell you what, those boys got arms. You can see definition from all the way from this box on me.
There is a weight room program here, to say the least.
Yeah.
So it is going to be 2nd and about 7 from the 15-yard line. Davidson under center. Wisdom to his right. Fakes the handoff. He's going to roll to the left. He's got a blocker in front of him, and he's going to take it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Davidson. So Butler answers off the kick return with a score of their own as they retake the lead, 16-14 with 9:10 to go in this second quarter.
That's tough, Colton. I don't know, as the coach, man, it's hard. That's hard to stop.
On to this second quarter, brought to you by our friends at H&R Block in Versailles. Tax season not that far away.
Oh, man. Thank God for that. Everybody loves tax. That's like football season and tax season, my 2 favorite seasons.
I'm bad at filing them, though. Plus, it just depresses me. I start looking at my taxes and go, wait, I could have had that much money?
You're not married yet. You guys got to get a wife that just does it.
All right, 2-point conversion attempt coming here for Butler. Quarterback keeper from Davidson rolls out to his left, untouched into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So the Bears answering as in a big way as they go up 18-14 on the Tigers. 9:10 to go here in this second quarter. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Stepping onto the boat, pushing off from the dock, tying on the perfect bait, and casting a line. Sharing your favorite hobby. Brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. From total joint replacement to memories that can't be replaced.
My fish is bigger than yours.
Our commitment runs deep. Learn more at lakeregional.com.
Back here in the second quarter, brought to you by H&R Block of Versailles. And Versailles had taken the lead. Well, had regained the lead, I should say, off of a big kick return from Reese Murdoch. But Butler, with a methodical drive, just run, and run it well they did all the way into the end zone. And the 2-point conversion good as well. 18-14, the Butler lead with 9 minutes to go, in the second quarter.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what Versailles has got here for an answer. I'm going to guess it wears a number 6.
I don't know, man. Are you sure you want to go back to him? All right, so Butler to kick off from their 40-yard line. Back to return for the Tigers is Reese and Fletcher, I believe. Getting everybody set are the Bears. And here we go. Kickoff takes a hop down the middle. It's going to be picked up by Murdoch at the 20, ahead to the 30, middle of the field. And flag going to come out. This one, it's fumbled at the end of the play. It looks like the Tigers dove on it. But, yeah, it looks like a bad block by Versailles is going to bring this one back.
Yeah.
Tigers have been a little flag happy early this game.
They're a little sloppy.
So we'll see how far back this one puts them. I don't know if that's a 10-yard penalty. My problem is I get my rules lost between high school and NFL, and
they all blur together on you after a while.
It is a 10-yard penalty, and it's
a
spot foul, so that will back the Tigers up as they will start this drive on, I believe, about the 22. Following the white hat, that's what it looks like. Well, no, I was wrong. I was following the wrong official. It's going to be the 17-yard line. So the Tigers, they've got a lot of field to cover. Let's get back on the board, but plenty of time to do it. 9:03 to go here in the second quarter. First down, wide receivers. Two wide receivers out to the right. Ollison comes in motion. It's a handoff to Shoemaker. Nice little juke move as he gets all the way up to the, we'll say the 25-yard line. Nice pickup on first down. Gain of about 7.
Yeah, we'll take more of that.
Shoemaker's got that little bit of shiftiness to him. He can move left or right pretty quick when he needs to.
Yeah, he's got that little it thing about him.
And you send Ollison in motion before the play. Not only do you get him as a lead blocker then, but also if you're the defense, you got to hit him early because if he hits you with momentum, you're going backwards.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 2 or 3 here for the Tiger offense. Bias going to hand it off to Shoemaker on the right side. He's trying to turn the corner. He does so. He's got a first down and more. Dances up to the 40. Finally tossed out of bounds at about the 42. That's going to be a Serdike Yamaha first down for Versailles. Shoemaker, my goodness, he started that play on the 21-yard line. That going to be about a 20-yard run?
Yeah, I'd keep riding that horse until it was dead right there. He's looking good.
Personally, I think I'd keep riding that thing until they start loading the box more and more, and then I'd see if old number 6 still answers the phone when you call.
Yeah.
So new set of downs for the Tigers from their own 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Bias, handoff to Shoemaker. Looking for a corner on the left side, but tripped up. A good job by the D-end. Coming up and getting the ankles of Shoemaker before he could turn the corner. They said that was Wisdom on the tackle.
I believe so.
Which we've heard that name a lot tonight. Xavier Wisdom, the running back that's been doing a lot of damage. So 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from their 44. Bias, he's got 2 receivers out wide to the near side. He's going to drop back. Tigers looking to throw. Going deep downfield, looking for Albrecht. Jump ball, and Albrecht winds up playing safety on that one, basically, as he has to come back. It looked like that was going to be picked off, but a good job by Tristan to adjust and break the play up.
That was going to be picked off. Tristan actually did a great job of making sure that was at least batted down. So
don't get me wrong, I don't dislike the idea of a jump ball out there, but you got to put just a little more on that one.
Yeah.
Heads up play from Albrecht. So 3rd and 10 for Versailles. 7:33 to go here in the second quarter as they trail Butler 18-14. What's been a back and forth game early. Bias out of the shotgun. Shoemaker to his left. Wide receivers 2 to his right. Fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it. Uses Ollison as the lead blocker. Turns the corner. He's got a first down and more. Cross midfield all the way up to the 40. Serdike Yamaha first down. Fletcher Bias doing the dirty work.
Yeah, boy, he took a lick at the end of that play right there.
You know, that's got to feel good, though, when you can put your hand on Ty Ollison's back and just say, just hit the guy that gets near me. Hit the guy that gets near me.
Yeah, use him like a hand shield. Just let him be in front of you.
And I guarantee you, Ty was smiling the entire time.
Ty's violent.
They did an interview with Anthony Sherman his last season in Kansas City, and they asked him, he had caught a touchdown or something, and he goes, I really don't like catching passes. Like, what do you like doing? Oh, I'm just here to hit people, guys. Why do you think I play fullback?
Yeah, there you go.
So new set of downs for the Tigers. Bias, he's going to roll out to his right, looking to throw, flips the ball downfield. He's got Murdoch, turns corner at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Tigers. Reese Murdoch, the 3rd time in this first half.
Yeah, that was a great job right there. Reese running that route. I got to give some love to Tristan, though. Tristan just made a great block out here on the edge for Reese to run right behind. That was a great job by Tristan Albright on the block.
Listen, I don't get a vote, but I'd like to submit my all-conference ballot for Reese Murdoch.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about the conference yet. But
he has 3 touchdowns, and we played a quarter and a half.
That's not bad.
That's decent.
It's a good start.
So the Tigers regain the lead 20-18 with 6:49 to go. Man, we're going to have a high-scoring affair here, it looks like. Going for 2, Bias takes the handoff. It's a handoff to Shoemaker on the left side, trying to move it. Did he get across line? He did. 2-point conversion's good. Tigers go up 22-18. 6:49 to go in the second quarter. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Since 1991, Capital Monuments and the Atterbury family has served and supported the Mid-Missouri area. They've been offering generations of memorial experience by designing and creating the highest quality monuments. At Capital Monuments, they specialize in creating personalized and lasting tributes, from pre-need and at-need family memorials to military and community tributes. Come in and talk with one of their monument design specialists. They're located west of Jefferson City in Apache Flats, or visit capitalmonuments.com for photo samples. Capital Monuments, the tribute that lasts forever.
Jason, do you remember, it's been a handful of years back when the Royals went to the World Series, they lost the World Series, and they went back and won it. I remember on the playoff run when they lost that year, the Giants won, and they went through the Cardinals first, and they got to the World Series, took out the Royals. And I remember one thing that happened was I heard a lot of people start hating Joe Buck because they said all he wanted to talk about was Madison Bumgarner. Here was my beef with that. You had to talk about Madison Bumgarner because Madison Bumgarner did everything that year.
That year he did.
He came out and closed it. In the same sense, and on the ensuing kickoff, a squib down the middle, Butler heads up play just to get it and go down at the 35. Wasn't a return man that had it. In the same sense, I'm sure someone out there listening is like, man, they talk about Reese Murdoch a lot. Well, he's got 3 touchdowns a quarter and a half into the game. It's really hard not to talk about the kid.
He just does. I mean, he does so much for our team. I mean, he's the catalyst that makes our team go. I mean,
but you go back to that first game, the kid was maybe operating at 50% at the end, and he came up with the game-sealing interception, had the big conversion on fourth down. He's a leader.
Special teams,
Oh, yeah.
He is what he is. I mean, and that's just the nature of being Reese Murdoch. You're going to get talked about a little bit.
Yeah, he's told me time and time again that he has no idea where the athletic ability came from. But no, I've heard Heath was a pretty good athlete in his day as well.
Heath wasn't as bad as I hate to give him a compliment, because I know he's sitting there listening right now. So,
1st and 10 for Butler, operating from their 32-yard line. Davidson out of the shotgun this time. He's going to keep it. Runs right up the middle. Nice hole made by the O-line. He's got a first down and more, ahead to about the 43, we'll say. He takes a lick there, but that's going to be a new set of downs for the Butler offense.
Tigers got to get low. We got to get a stop. We got to get this defense has got to get off the field.
You got to give a lot of love, though, to Dylan Davidson. This kid, he knows how to operate this system. He is a hard-nosed runner and a smart heads-up player, too.
Yeah, this whole Butler offense is very disciplined in how they run their plays, and their guards are great. Their guards are getting upfield and blocking.
When Versailles joined this conference, that was the first thing I heard was Butler knows football.
Yeah, they've been good at it for a long time.
So new set of downs for the Bears from their own 44-yard line. Davidson out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it again, this time running to the left. Tigers trying to get him. They get him at the line of scrimmage. They're going to hit him for a loss. Who else? But let's just say his name again. Reese Murdoch got to him on the edge.
My Lord, they still didn't get him down. I mean, the boys are tough.
No, that kid's a tank. There were 3 Tigers on him, and he was still pushing forward.
They finally blew her dead. Thank God.
I'm starting to think, I don't know how many. How many periods are there in a day in high school? Like 7 or 6 or something like
72
that?
72 this school year.
Well,
we went to the new schedule. It's a 72-hour day.
Well, I'm pretty certain that Butler spends at least 4 or 5 of those hours in the weight room every day. The way they
look
play.
Good, man. They look good.
2nd and 10 on the 44-yard line for Butler. Tight formation here to the near side, and we got a timeout. We do. Butler going to take the Lloyd Belt Automotive timeout. We'll take the break as well. 5:50 to go in the H&R Block 2nd quarter. Listening to KS95 Sports.
Your local Lowe's tackles the competition this fall and backs its high school football teams this season. Lowe's wants its customers to do it right for less. Shop at Lowe's for all your tailgating needs and be prepared for autumn leaves. There's something for everyone at Lowe's. Easily located in Osage Beach on Highway 42. Score your own touchdown this season. Come in or shop online at Lowe's.com.
I just love when we can talk smack about former Tigers. And as I zoom in here, I believe that would be, look here on the laptop, Jason. We got a nice snapshot here of Mr. Murdoch just watching on right now. If you're watching on MoSportsZone.com, yep, Heath, we got you on camera.
Give us a wave, Heath. Give us a wave.
Come on, Heath. Wave to your fans out here. It was actually Ryan Pryor talking a little smack during the break. I see that grin on his face now. Yeah, I'm zoomed all the way in, Heath. I can see you, buddy.
And the thing is Ryan's probably sitting about 3 feet from him right now. We sit together at games.
Where is Ryan? I don't see him in this camera angle. He's got to be up there somewhere. Oh, well, we'll find Ryan in a bit. That was the fan cam going on today. Back to the action now for the Tigers. Second and 10. Butler's Davidson going to keep the snap, running to the left side, and a good stop by the Tiger defense. That's Chase Shoemaker I saw in there late with the hit. Holding to about a 3-yard gain, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. No, we were talking about, Heath being an athlete. Well, Ryan Pryor had to text me and
Ryan
tell me
wasn't
that.
too bad himself either.
Well, he said the only problem with Heath is Heath never stopped the run. So, I mean, that's.
Stop the run.
I guess that just skips a generation or something. 3rd and 5 for Butler. The 49-yard line. Davidson out of the shotgun, fakes handoff. He's going to keep it again, goes right up the middle. He's got the first down and more, ahead to the 40, up to the 38-yard line. So when Butler has needed yardage, they have called Davidson's number, and he has answered.
That run's going to be good enough for
Mark Stevens just reminded me of something. He just sent me a text here where he was laughing about Heath's athletic ability. Heath's old man was pretty good back in his day, and Mark Stevens just reminded me about that. So, Mark, you are correct.
Davidson now under center, 2 backs behind him. It's going to be handoff right up the middle, pushing the pile ahead to the 35, maybe up to the 34. On the carry, that was Xavier Wisdom, the junior, who's had a big game already.
You mentioned his name a couple times, haven't you?
Once or twice. It's really, that's the offense right now. It's Davidson and Wisdom.
Man, it is coming right at you.
I
You
don't
know
know.
it, too.
I don't know how those kids aren't exhausted already.
Well, that's the thing about this kind of offense, man. By 3rd, 4th quarter, you will be.
So 2nd and 5, 34-yard line, 4:20 to go here in the second. Davidson now under center.
Ball.
And ball's on the ground. Davidson just jumps on it, covers it up. It's going to lose a yard or two back to the 36. You can really tell the difference, though. When Davidson's operating out of the shotgun, he's running a lot more keepers that way and calling his own number. But when he goes under center and they run that 2-back set, it's a lot of power running right up the middle.
It's power, and it's hard to find the ball for the Tigers.
Well, I tell you, those black
Especially with these
uniforms.
black jerseys and brown balls, man,
yes.
it's tough. And when it gets dark, it will be tougher.
We need a glow-in-the-dark football or something.
There you go.
Oh, Ryan didn't make the drive. He's watching and listening to us. Well, Ryan, I'm glad you got to see Heath's pretty face then. All right, Davis takes snap. He's going to keep it. Rolls out to the left little room. Tigers get there. He pushes the pile to the 30 and ahead. It's going to be close. He got enough for another first down. Davidson is just a load right now.
Oh, Lord, it takes every Tiger we got to get him down.
But not before he picks up a...
This may turn into one of those games of who has the football last.
Well, right now it is.
3:26 to go in this second quarter. This is going to be interesting because if you remember, the Tigers deferred to start the game. So depending on how long this drive takes and how it ends, Tigers may have enough time to try to answer whatever Butler's able to do here. They're down to the 29-yard line. Of course, still looking to get a stop. Davidson just going to keep it, power right up the middle. Nothing pretty about that, but he's ahead to the 24.
No, I mean, it works. They're getting 6 big yards at every carry.
Yeah, and at this point, if you're Butler, you want to use as much of that clock as you can before the half.
You get two plays and you get a first down every time. That's not a bad deal.
So Versailles leads by 4, under 3 minutes to play now. Butler all the way down to the 28-yard line of the Tigers. Just a tight formation. I mean, there's one wide receiver on the far side. Handoff. No, Davidson going to keep it. Looking for a hole on the right side. Just following the right guard. He's put down hard at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, well, we got a Tiger to kind of get a hold of him. We need to come up and clean that pile up, put a thump on that kid.
That is Brady Dobbins with the. I should have known with a tackle like that, it's got to be Dobbins.
Yeah, I think he did something to his leg there. He's limping pretty bad right now.
He
Gotta get over it quick because it's coming again.
Nah, he's good. He says, I'll stay out on the field. It's just a little bruise. 3rd and 3, and that hard count gets them again. That's going to be encroachment on Versailles unless somebody on that Butler line jumped, and I don't believe they did. So the Tigers going to give Butler a free set of downs here. 2:04 to go in the second quarter.
Man, that hurts too. Because if you could have held him right there, that would have been 4th down. Man, you just give him a fresh set of downs.
Like I said, worst case scenario, because that clock just now going under 2 minutes is, Butler can drive down here and score just before the half to take the lead. I mean, that is about a perfect ending to the half for them. They kind of avoided disaster earlier with an interception that pinned the Tigers on the 1-yard line. Snap to Davidson, handoff. Running to the left side is Wisdom. Tiger defense there, though, setting the edge and not letting him gain anything. Good job. I see Chase Shoemaker in there on the mix.
Well, our best jobs on defense so far has been when Butler's got outside the tackles. That's been a lot of our stops on them because up the middle hasn't been very good.
No, Butler is definitely a inside the tackles, ground and pound style team. Minute 20 to go. This quarter is just flying right by. I mean, I know I said Butler wants to run the clock out, but also they still got to try to get this thing into the end zone at some point. We're at 1:10 to play. Tight formation, one wide receiver high, one near side. Out of the shotgun, Davidson, he's going to keep this one. Looking for a hole in the middle. He finds it. Tigers trying to drag him down. They do so. Just shy of the goal line.
Two, maybe.
He didn't miss it by much. Schofield saving the touchdown. But, I mean, that's down to the 1 yard line. 57 seconds to go. Butler trying to punch this in. I'd say they're just going to go heavy formation. And they do. Just a power run right up the middle. Breaking the goal line and scoring is Butler. So they put together a drive just before the end of the second quarter with 44 seconds left. They're going to regain the lead. They go up 24-22. 2-point conversion coming.
Yeah, I got to give Butler offensive line credit. I mean, those boys are low, and them backs are flat when they fire off. And I mean, they're just lower right now than Versailles up front.
The only thing I wonder though, if you're Butler, what do you do when you run into a Warsaw where they've got all that size on the line?
When you get that's when you meet somebody like yourself.
2-point conversion attempts coming here. Davidson out of the shotgun, going to take it, hands it off. Wisdom up the middle and virtually untouched. 2-point conversion is good. 26-22. Butler now leads by 4. 44 seconds left. So 44 seconds is a lot of time for the Tigers. Yeah, the Tigers want to run it if they can, but they do have big playability.
Yeah, we've already shown that. So I'm going to bet we don't run it a whole lot. I'm going to guess Coach Stites is going to want to get down this field and see if we can't get one in for the half.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say if I'm Butler, I'm not going to kick this to number 6.
No, and I'm probably going to drop an extra person back in that defensive backfield probably.
If I'm the special teams coach for Butler, that is my one rule right now is I'm saying you kick this anywhere but number 6.
Squib somewhere else.
Yeah, just put it in the back of the end zone if you're capable of it. I don't care. Try to hit a lineman with it, whatever.
Yeah, do anything other than kick it to Reese.
But I also could be wrong. Maybe they're not worried about Reese yet. He's got to get to 6 or 7 touchdowns before they notice.
Yeah.
Kicking off for your Bears.
So 40.
He'll get there.
44 seconds remain in the H&R block, second quarter. Butler leads 26-22. Yeah, this really is a high-scoring affair.
Yeah, man.
Let's see what the Tigers can do on the kickoff, and they do have Murdoch and Bias back to return. Kickoff. Right. All right, I think we're back on now. I apologize. I don't know where we went. We should be back. Bias rolls out to the left, looking to throw. Calling for it downfield. Was that Xavier?
X-Man.
Did you see? He threw the hand up on the route, said, give me that football.
Yeah.
Xavier Jones making the catch out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Good job. Stops the clock, saves the timeout, and a great throw by Bias.
Great play call. Great execution by Bias and X-Man on that.
Serdike Yamaha first down. Tigers moving down the field quickly. 29 seconds to go in this second quarter. Can they put points up before the half? And Tigers will get the ball back to start the second half of play. Bias out of the shotgun. He's got Shoemaker to his left. Ollison behind him. Takes the snap. Hand off to Ollison. No, he's going to keep it. Good job avoiding the rush is by Bias. Throws it up, and it's nearly picked off. Went off the hands. Excuse me. I thought Ollison was behind him in the backfield, but it went off of the hands of Ollison. And oddly enough, that may have been best case scenario there.
Yeah, I think that was probably the best thing that could have happened right there.
It looked like Bias was going to take a sack. Then it looked like an interception. It looked like Mahomes' interception from last night, actually.
Yeah, that play just looked like it needed to end. We can just go back to the huddle and try another one.
So 21 seconds to go. Tigers on the 40-yard line, trailing by 4. Bias out of the shotgun. Shoemaker to his right. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Bias going to step back. Looking. He wants to go downfield. Looking on the sideline. He was trying to go to Albrecht, but the pass just a little too hot. Goes out of bounds. You're fine with that.
Yeah, you're okay with it.
Take your shots here. Just don't turn it over and give them a chance to score. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. I'd go right back to that well. If you can run something on an out route, 10, 15 yards downfield, and give yourself a shot at the end zone with about 10 seconds left, you're happy with that.
Yeah.
So third down, but in all honesty, the downs don't really matter here for the Tigers. 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tigers trailing by 4. Bias out of the shotgun. He's going to drop back. Receivers running a deep route. He wants to put it in the air looking for Murdoch. He's picked off at the 15, to the 20 on the return. Tigers going to have to try to bring him down, gets to the sideline at the 40, turns the corner at the 50. He's met by a couple Tigers and stood up at midfield, finally brought down with no time on the clock. So no one's hurt there by that. There is a flag on the field. I don't know if that came out during the return or not. If that came out on the return, is that going to be a free play for Butler to end the half?
Well, you can't end on a defensive penalty, can you?
Well, they call. So I don't know how that works. It's a penalty on Butler, but if it's on the return, I don't know what that does. I think should be it. I think that ends the half. The team's both going to go back to the locker rooms, so we're going to call that the halftime break. We'll take the break as well at the half. Butler leads Versailles 26-22. We've got a good one. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
A racing legend and spokesperson for Como Connect, Chip Thunder here. I tried to use artificial intelligence to write an advertisement for me, and well, yeah, I done fell in love with me.
I love you, Chip Thunder.
See what I mean? I just wanted to write an ad telling people to go to ComoConnect.com and sign up and get award-winning ultra-fast internet, and this done happened.
You're doing great, Chip Thunder.
Well, that's just creepy. If you want internet that you'll love, but not in a weird way, go to ComoConnect.com.
Whoa, Chip Thunder.
Lakefront homes, luxury homes, condos, first-time home buyers, farms, foreclosures, townhomes, villas, lakefront commercial. First Choice Realty is Eldon's oldest and most trusted real estate brokerage. Christopher Weeberry is a lifelong resident of the Lake area and real estate salesperson. Call Chris Weeberry with First Choice Realty today if you're thinking about selling or looking to purchase a new home. 573-480-2313. That's 573-480-2313.
American Sun Control and Powder Coating is your powder coating and railing specialist at the lake. We can custom design new railings for your deck or pool area, or make your existing railing look like new again. Maybe it's time to enhance your outdoor living space with a new screened-in porch or room. Our 40 years of experience is your assurance of total satisfaction. Check us out online or Facebook. That's American Sun Control.
H&R Block of Versailles is a family-owned and operated block advisor's office celebrating 10 years of business serving Versailles and the surrounding areas. Pamela Johnson, an enrolled agent, and her certified team are here to prepare your taxes, handle your bookkeeping and payroll, plus audits, tax notices with the IRS and the state, and problem solving and issue resolution. For more information, call the H&R Block office on Monroe Street in Versailles at 573-378-5843, 573-378-5843.
All right, back at the half. It's been a good one here in this first quarter, a back-and-forth affair. And the Tiger offense tried to put some points on the board just before the half, but you only had 45 seconds to operate with, so they had to be a little risky. It ended in a Fletcher bias interception, but you got to say that with a little bit of pause there. It's not like Fletcher was just careless with it. It's just, you had 10 seconds on the clock. You got to take a shot downfield.
And you got to get down the field. You have to take a shot if you want to get the ball in. So no harm, no foul.
And, you know, once again, I got to give a little love to our guy Josh over at Sonic. He just showed up with a Sonic order, man. I have never been to a ball game where someone from Sonic shows up and brings us food. I'm legitimately going to Sonic after this game just because of that. So,
yeah.
Josh, you're the man. You can jump on our broadcast any day you want.
All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, thank you very much, Josh.
Oh, man. So it's what'd you see from the Tigers in the first half that you like, Jason?
Well, you got to like the passing game a little bit. You know, they found Reese. Well, obviously, this has been a big game for him, and that's kind of been our strength of this whole first half so far has been Reese. Whether it be on special teams and offense, I don't want to keep saying his name over and over again. But, I mean, he has been pretty much everything for us in that first half. Defensively, we got to clean it up a little bit between the tackles. I mean, they're a bowling ball, and they're going to come at you, and you can either step up and you can get low and cut them down at the line, or you're going to be the bowling pin and just get knocked down. So,
yeah, there was nothing fancy about. Well, I shouldn't say that because there is a little deception involved in the way that they run the ball. Davidson does a great job of really selling the handoff versus the keeper for them. But at the end of the day, they're running between the tackles, like you said. It's going to come down to how hard can you pop them up front and keep an eye on the ball, know who has it. But offensively, I would really like to see the receivers get involved a little bit more on some slant routes. I feel like Reese can get his man anytime. I love seeing Xavier call for the ball on the sideline that last drive, make the catch, get out of bounds. We talked about him in the pregame. He can be a factor.
Well, he had a great catch over here in the first half that didn't count because he went out of bounds. Maybe one of the best catches I've seen in a couple of seasons.
Yeah, he Odell Beckham Jr. that thing.
He Odell'd it. But I got a feeling he's going to make a huge play in this second half because he hasn't had his breakout party yet, but it's coming. But yeah, I mean, we got to be able to pass the ball. We got to close it up on defense. Play a little bit better responsibility football on defense. Somebody's got to take quarterback. Somebody's got to take running back. That way, we don't have to worry about being fooled. We just have to do our job. We clean that up. The scores. It's still a fairly close game here. Nothing to panic about just yet.
No,
we got to get off the field on defense. I don't know if we've been off the field for a while on defense, to be honest with you.
And some other games going on in the area tonight. Eldon, they are at home with Gateway. I was actually going to check. They're usually pretty good at updating their Twitter, see what we've got going on. And usually I update scores for the rest of our group, and I realized that I have not seen them anything. I don't know why. I haven't been busy doing anything at all today, so I don't know what on earth distracted me, but I'm just going to try to check in and see how the Mustangs were doing. And next week we will be with Versailles again, and we're not trying to avoid Eldon, but Eldon plays School of the Osage. And let's see, the last update I have from Eldon was at the end of the first quarter. They led Gateway 7-0.
7-0.
So Jalen Beckman with a big touchdown early for them. But yes, we'll be with the Tigers next week because School of the Osage plays the Mustangs. School of the Osage has our sister station, Cool 102.7, so you can catch the Eldon game next week either on the radio or at the same website. You can watch this game on MoSportsZone.com. If you go there, the School of the Osage broadcasts all their games. That website's kind of cool. You can go watch Versailles games when we cover them, Eldon games when we cover them. School of the Osage has all their games. Camdenton has all their games, and not to, kind of pull the curtain back too much, but in future years, I think we may even expand that to a few more teams as well. So hopefully we'll get as many Mid-Missouri games in, because at the end of the day, Jason, the whole goal is the same. These kids work so hard to get ready for this, and the more airtime, the more we can get their names out there, the more we can do this, the better it is for them.
It's just amazing how much things have changed in high school football, just like this, on being seen. I mean, it brings so much more excitement. There's a lot of people back home, I know, older people who are not going to make a drive to Butler that really, hey, you got a link, you got the link, you got the link.
I was going to find an older person in the crowd.
Old people like Leslie Bramley that sent me a message a while ago. She wanted to stay home with it and watch it on the link.
Speaking of old people that did make the drive to Butler, there's one really thinking hard up there. What do you think Reese is thinking, or not Reese? What do you think Heath is thinking about right now?
Oh, he's just trying to figure out where Reese got all that athletic ability from.
He's up there thinking, why does Colton keep zooming in on me? Which I see the head shake. You can always tell how much the delay is. Heath, we mean it with love. Also, Timo was specifically requesting that we get more action shots of you out in the crowd.
Hey, Dawn told me one time last year that, believe it or not, Heath absolutely eats this up. So
I know he
likes to play it off nonchalant, but he loves it.
It's a lot of fun, and I love the fact that I love the fact that whole character, that whole family gets to play in so much with the way this team works in all sports. And you can see it a little bit in the different attitudes between like Reese and Trace.
Oh, yeah.
They're very different people, but there's a little bit of similarities there. Like Trace, I love that boy to death. Never lacked a bit of confidence in his life.
No, they're fun kids to be around. I grew up with Heath. I've been friends with Heath for a long time, love him to death. And when I see his boys, my classroom is I end up with some of my friends as kids as students. And you just see little shades of like, that's Heath right there. Or that's a little bit how Ryan acts. Or that's a little bit, that's Danny right there. You get a little bit of all of it in those kids, but they're a lot of fun. And, Heath did a great job. Him and Dawn both, those are some really good boys. Everybody would be lucky enough to have a pair just like them.
Oh, well, aren't you just a big old softy?
Yeah, and that's the last nice thing I'm ever going to say.
Well, on that positive note, we'll go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we're going to take the dreaded task of maybe talking about what happened last night at Arrowhead and look ahead at Mizzou football as well. We'll be back with more of a halftime show in just a moment. You're watching and listening to KS95 Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career that includes tons of perks? Stop in today at your Jefferson City or Osage Beach IV and see the difference. They're offering extremely competitive pay. Plus, benefits include medical, dental, and life insurance backed by a 401k plan. And bonuses. Find yourself in a career with Hy-Vee. Stop in today at your Jefferson City or Osage Beach Hy-Vee or visit high-v.com for employment opportunities.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Your hometown lumberyard and proud high school football supporter, High Brothers Lumber. High Brothers Lumber prides itself on knowledgeable customer service, on-the-spot instruction, being family-owned and locally operated for 44 years. And at High Brothers, we have the biggest delivery fleet and nothing less than premium lumber. Let the quality be the difference that brings you the win at High Brothers Lumber, located on Old Highway 5 South. High Brothers Lumber.
Are you looking for a great place to work and call home? Our Vet is accepting qualified applicants to any of its central locations, Lynn Creek, Lori, and Ashland. Our Vet has state-of-the-art facilities, excellent customer service, and team spirit when it comes to serving its furry family members. Top salaries, custom employment packages, and executive housing available for accepted applicants. Our Vet supports continued education, benefits, and the best opportunity for a meaningful career in the Ozarks. Please deliver your resume at any location and check us out on Facebook.
You know, Jason and I can really cover a lot of topics, Mark, at the studio as well. And one of the topics we're covering, and I can say this because I know that they are one of our sponsors, is our friends at Veracruz. I love the folks at Veracruz. There are not a lot of things that I can absolutely tell you that I love, but I can tell you the food is one of them. And I appreciate the folks at Veracruz for always keeping us well fed.
Yeah, Jose's got a great business, man. He does a great job for our town. Sponsors, you know, I don't think that guy's ever said no to any kid who's went in there wanting something sponsored. They've done a great job, great food. You know, me and all the other coaches were in there about 2 or 3 times a week all the time. We pretty much lived there. So,
you know, I kind of joke, though. You talk about Jose over in Stover. We got Veracruz Jr., and we got Francisco and Zeke over there. And it's the same thing. We always joke when we have a fundraiser, like, anybody go talk to Veracruz? You don't even get the words out of your mouth of what you got going on. Like, oh, okay, how much? And it's like,
they're just right there.
Dude, you don't even know what we're doing. Yeah, I don't care. We want to support it. Like,
they've done great supporting things, man.
And speaking of people that need support, so the Chiefs played last night. And, man, I'm going to take a very weird take. Do you know who Nick Wright is?
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright. He is a analyst. He's on the show First Things First. And he's on there. It's honestly my favorite show right now on ESPN to watch. But nonetheless, he is from Kansas City. He was on 610 Sports originally and then moved around or whatever. He talked after the game, and they said, so he had this bold 20-0 prediction. So they were giving him a hard time. He goes, you know, as an analyst, I had one of the worst takes ever at 20-0. We didn't even get to 1-0. He goes, but as a Chiefs fan, I've never been happier. I'm like, why? He goes, because I was hoping that at our peak we would have a top 10 defense. He goes, you know what I saw last night? I saw a very good defense last night without one of the best defensive players in football on it.
Sure.
I mean, he's got a point. Technically the Chiefs gave up 2 touchdowns to what was the 3rd-ranked offense in all of football last year, because one of the touchdowns was a pick 6, which if I dare anybody to explain to me how that pick 6 was Patrick Mahomes' fault.
I mean, that's just a bad break.
I literally have a picture on my phone of the ball, and it is in Kadarius Toney's hands in front of him.
Oh, man, that dude.
I
thought he'd be bagging groceries this morning.
Man, it's one of those, I like Kadarius Toney. I really think he is an explosive player. What I don't like is we spent the whole offseason saying we don't need DeAndre Hopkins. We have a number 1, and then it started that way.
Yeah, that's a little troubling. Even last year I felt, you know, nobody can fill Tyreek Hill's shoes, but it just seems like, man, that guaranteed deep threat, there's just something different, a little something missing.
It is, and
you know, and Kelsey makes up for a lot of it, you know, but we got to find something else. There's another piece out there I think we still need, but that's just me.
No, I completely agree, and I'm hoping that piece is actually on our roster already, and people just don't know.
Yeah.
I truly believe, for one, I thought Rashee Rice actually played really well. But I think Justin.
Yes, I do too. Yeah.
I think Justin Ross is going to wind up being the guy. He's got to get some more snaps. He only played like 6 or 7 total snaps last night.
Yeah.
6'4", incredible route runner, hands like glue. But
and Cole, if they would have caught half of these passes, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Yeah.
We would be talking about what a great win it was for the Chiefs in Week 1.
Yeah, and
those are fixable things. That's the one thing.
I just remind everybody we lost to the Indianapolis Colts last year and we won the Super Bowl. This game, I'm not worried about.
Good point.
Yeah, and also I was telling people, I hate to lose the game because you don't want to fall behind in the standings. We control our own fate still because the teams that we'll be fighting for the 1 seed, we play this year. We've got Buffalo. The Jets and the Bills play each other Week 1, so they can kind of help us out one way or the other. We play Cincy in the regular season. The Chargers are the team that I worry about. They have a roster built to take us out, but
yeah.
Nonetheless, the Chiefs have 10 days off. Travis Kelce, there is no doubt in my mind he will be playing in 10 days. I think if it was up to him, he would have played last night, from what I understand.
I was surprised when he did not. I
was told it was the trainer's decision, that Kelce basically begged and pleaded to get out there, and the trainer said it'd be better to let him sit. And
maybe we just thought we'd just go ahead and have one more preseason game.
That might be it. Also, the best part for me is Kelce had said he wasn't going to shave that mustache and go back to the beard until we lost a game. So I'm just happy that bearded Kelce can come back.
That dude looks good no matter what he does. I'm going to give him credit. As a guy, he's a good-looking dude, man. It doesn't matter what he does.
On today's fashion advice from Coach Vansel.
I am a fashionista.
It is. Coach Vansel says just look like Travis Kelce and you'll be all right in life.
Life would be easy if you did, that's for sure.
Oh, in other Missouri football news, we can look over at the Mizzou Tigers. They picked up the Week 1 win over, was it South Dakota? South Dakota, yeah.
The Jackrabbits, I think.
Yeah. And they technically used both quarterbacks. I didn't really feel like the secondary quarterback got as much opportunity, but nonetheless, Brady Cook is the starter going forward. And I don't know. I mean, Mizzou's got a good roster. They've got good players. I really think they could be an 8 or a 9 win team this year.
Yeah.
You're still going to run into your Georgia Bulldogs, but I mean, Mizzou played Georgia really well last year.
Everybody else is going to run into them too. So, I mean, yeah, I agree with you.
So it'll be fun. I was trying to think. Mizzou plays this Saturday, and it's awful that I can't think off the top of my head. And, JT went to all the trouble of printing off these sheets. They gave me all this information this morning, and I looked at them and told them how great they looked and then promptly left them right there at the radio station. So, JT, if you're listening, thanks for all your hard work, buddy. I appreciate you.
I would look it up for you, but apparently Western Missouri doesn't have internet reception. So,
well, yeah, you'll have that around here. That's all right. I'm sure we'll figure it out here in a little bit. But nonetheless, Mizzou in action on Saturday, trying to make it 2-0. We are about 4.5 minutes away from getting the second half started. Neither team has came out of the locker room, which kind of surprises me. I figured both coaches would be.
Well, Rich sent me a message a while ago. I meant to tell you that there's an extended halftime for some reason. That there was going to be extra time. I'm not sure what that's all about. Middle Tennessee, Colton, that's who we play.
Oh, yes, perennial powerhouse, Middle Tennessee. They're right up there with the Alabamas and the Georgias of the world.
Fighting Tennesseans in the middle, I guess. I don't know.
Fighting Tennesseans in the middle. That is, I want to see that mascot.
I don't know what that would be, but
it's just a guy in overalls with a banjo out there, the Fighting Tennessean. All right, on that note, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with second half action in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Thinking of buying or selling your property? Call the local experts from RE/MAX Lifestyle, selling everything from farm to lake. The Ronette Edgar team is the best at selling all the different styles of properties in our diverse communities. Ronette, Kelly, Kim, Christina, and Tessa make it easy, guiding their clients through the process from start to finish. Put the #1 real estate team to work for you today. Give them a call at the office at 573-569-4388 or cell phone at 573-378-9601. Sacalaris Ford in Versailles is proud of their growing customer base. When a customer and their family has bought 18 Fords from the Versailles location, you know the team is doing something right. The Versailles Ford Store Sales Department customer viewpoint is 100%. That means that every new vehicle sold, the customer is literally 100% satisfied. Sacalaris Ford in Versailles is big enough to serve you and small enough to care. For brand new Ford products, Ford certified pre-owned, service, tires, and Ford parts and award-winning customer satisfaction, it's Sacalaris Ford of Versailles.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home in hometown business.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
We're back here at halftime. About 2 minutes to go until we get the second half underway. Jason and I were sitting around talking about both of our new favorite series, and I'm pretty sure JT's a big fan as well. It's what is it, Showtime? The Lakers series and
winning time.
Yes, and it is. Man, don't get me wrong. I wasn't alive for that era, but I'm a basketball fanatic, and it changes the way that I guess that I view the game, because I guess it adds a newfound respect for the fact that I didn't realize, the Lakers really broke the mold back then on that play style.
It was, I love it just because I did grow up during that time, but it's still amazing because I know not everything in the show is 100% accurate, but some of it is.
Oh yeah,
and I guess there's a lot of cool things like you said, Magic demanding a trade. I forgot about that, but then I'm like, yeah, he did. I do remember that actually. But just all the stories, the players. That's a great show, man.
What really stands out to me is I've decided that I'm a big believer that in any sport, I hate the word GOAT, because I don't think there is one GOAT in any sport, because there are guys that are different at everything, especially in basketball. You got 5 positions. You can't take one guy because there's a guy at a different position that, even if you want to tell me Michael Jordan, okay, Michael Jordan's not stopping Shaq on the block, just like Shaq can't guard Michael at 3.
Shaq ain't going to bring it down the court.
No, he did a few times for the Lakers on the fast break, actually, but I get what you're saying. And so watching that makes me realize that anybody that ever has a greatest of all time discussion, if you don't put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's name on that list, you're just doing a disservice to the entire game of basketball.
The old school centers like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have been long forgotten in basketball because now it's just like another forward. Or
he was so smart.
Yes, he was smart. He was a great leader.
Yeah,
he was respected. I mean, that dude was respected by everybody. That's one thing that show gets right about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, he
was the man. He was the captain.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't call him Cap for nothing.
No, I mean that. And then you just think, you see the age of super teams. Everybody's spending millions of dollars for this or that. These teams were just created. They were drafted. They were built. They were built.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't something somebody went out to do.
At one point, the Lakers almost could have been a super team because they could have got the Skywalker.
Well, yeah,
Thompson at that point. But
how many guys off that Lakers team and that Celtics team throughout that period of time, their numbers are all hanging in the rafters?
I'm pretty sure
that's unbelievable.
Even earlier. Well, I think my favorite thing of all is I've learned that Jerry West and Red Auerbach share one thing in common. The Celtics hate the Lakers. The Lakers hate the Celtics, and there is no in between.
And that was never in doubt back then. And I love the fact that they point out when the Lakers won it, it wasn't against the Celtics. It didn't count.
Exactly.
And when the Celtics did it, and it wasn't against the Lakers, it didn't count.
Exactly. I am a big believer that rivalry is good for sports.
And those players wanted to play each other. They didn't. Even Boston knew when the Lakers went out that one year and they ended up playing Houston or something. Yeah, you won. You knew you'd probably win, but it wasn't against the Lakers.
Yeah.
And just that mentality is a lost thing today. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old and crotchety, I guess. I don't know. But it just seems like that mentality of guys today and athletes today, it's just not there anymore.
Well, I think it can translate over, even if you look at the high school level. I think a prime example would be, think to Versailles last year in basketball. Winning the Eugene tournament was huge. But I would almost argue beating Fatima for the championship was cool. Beating Eugene to get to Fatima after they embarrassed you over tournament and what that rivalry was, I almost think for some of those kids, that was the bigger win, was winning over Eugene before you ever got Fatima.
Just like what makes the NBA so special in the 80s is the teams never changed. It was the same faces.
Yeah.
And if you lost, if the Lakers lost to the Celtics or vice versa, they didn't go out and try to buy 3 or 4 more players. They just went and got better.
Well, or you get lucky in a draft and you Or you accidentally draft Danny Ainge and
Sure.
Kevin McHale.
But
And,
that's smart. You did that in the draft.
well, yeah.
It's just a different time and a different game now. And, I love the 80s, as I've always said. So.
Oh, no. Like I said, I am just a sports fanatic in
Missed out
general.
on it, man. Missed out on it.
Man, I
Rubik's
know.
Cube was cool. That was cool to play with. Never solved it, but I loved it.
Unpopular thing once again is they always hear the greatest teams of all time. I'm always going to be an advocate for the 01 Lakers because I'm a Kobe guy. Kobe and Shaq together. What do you do with it? But if you don't mention like the '86 Celtics, they'd run a fast break and the ball wouldn't touch the floor.
That was the best Celtics team.
That was
And
terrifying.
That was a underappreciated team. I still feel like that was the greatest Celtics team right there of all time.
Nothing had to be more demoralizing than the times when Larry Bird would tell you what he was going to do. Then you tried to stop it. He still did it and then told you about it afterwards and then mouthed your coach for leaving you in the game. Like,
ask a player, is your mom here? Because I want her to see this.
Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's like, wow, he broke their spirit before the opening.
What's the building scoring record?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Oh, we were just filling a little time here, folks. They're probably thinking, I thought we turned into a football game or tuned into a football game, but
halftime was like a half hour.
Yeah, it was an extended halftime.
There was nothing going on, was there?
No, there wasn't.
I don't know what the deal was.
I don't know. They just thought it was such a short trip over here. We needed to spend a little more time. So after the extended halftime, the Hy-Vee halftime show comes to a wrap. We covered everything from Chiefs to Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers. We're ready to get things started. Versailles trailing Butler to start this third quarter, 26-22. The first half is just back and forth. Both teams different styles, but able to move the ball pretty effectively. And we'll see, will the Tigers or will the Bears once again kick this to Reese Murdoch?
Well, they sure haven't been afraid to yet, but I wouldn't.
And the kickoff is away. This time, is it going to go out of bounds?
Out of bounds.
It is. Flag comes up in the air, goes out of bounds, I believe, at about the 20. I don't know what that is in high school rules. I know I want to say it's out to the 40, maybe?
It seems like it, I don't know if I'm Versailles, I may kick it again.
If that spot is right, then honestly, that is a smart. Well, where are they going to spot this thing? I'm very confused.
We're going to make them kick it again.
Okay, yeah. Well, because I think if it was a spot foul, it would have been at like the 30. Tigers' average starting spot after a return has been like the 40 or 45-yard line.
Yeah, I think that's why we said, no, we're going to make you do it again.
If it was just as easy as take that foul, or take that penalty, that'd be a heads-up move by Butler. But so Butler going to re-kick this one again. Bias and Murdoch back on the return. At least I think that's Bias on the far side. Might not be.
Tell.
Might be Shoemaker. Hard to say. Kickoff is up and away, and it's going to go to the far side. Going to take it at the 20. Moving to the inside, looking for blockers. Back to the 25-30. Ahead to the 40, running into contact at the 40. That's where he goes down on the return.
Is that Bias? I cannot tell.
That was Shoemaker.
That was Shoemaker.
Chase Shoemaker, nice 20-yard return. Tigers going to start from the 40-yard line. Trailing by 4. This is the American Sun Control third quarter. And, I missed the legal ID by a country mile. Oh, well, I'm a little preoccupied. Who cares? You're listening to tonight's broadcast on KTKS Versailles, Eldon, Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM, also online, lakeradio.com, and streaming at MoSportsZone.com. I'm Colton Taylor, Jason Vansel, Mark Sidebottom, back at the studio engineering. Out of the shotgun is Bias. Handoff right up the middle. Shoemaker with a head of steam runs into a pile of black and red jerseys. They were waiting on him. That's going to be a short gain, if any.
Yeah, that nose guard for Butler now. Brighton Orso, he's tough.
It makes sense, though. The way Butler runs the ball, they got to get plenty of practice at stopping it.
Yeah, you practice against it every day. You ought to know how to do it.
Maybe that's why the Chiefs secondary looked so good last night. They're used to practicing against 1-5 every day.
That reminds me of Big Dan Sally-Mula back in the Chiefs days, back in the old days there.
Yeah, sure. Remember it like it was yesterday. Two receivers to the near side, one far side for Bias. He's got Shoemaker to his right. Takes snap, handoff to Shoemaker, following Ollison, looking for a seam on the left side, trying to turn the corner. And Butler was ready for it. They got low, holding him to about a 1-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
That's good pursuit. That's 9 Butler Bears over there on that play right there.
I would say that Coach Webb at the half was telling them, hey, you can't let Versailles bounce to the outside anymore. 3rd and long for Versailles from their own 41. Bias out of the shotgun. He's got Reese and Albrecht to the right side, looking to throw. He's looking up that left sideline, and the catch is made. Did he stay in bounds with it?
I think so.
Catch is good. Who came down with that?
I want to say that was X-Man, but I may be wrong, but I believe it's X. That number 11? Yes, that is X-Man.
Wow, good catch by Xavier Jones. Tigers have a lot of size at the receiver position, and they've used it a little bit.
Yeah.
But a good job also by the O-line of Versailles to give Bias enough time to set his feet and make a good throw. Serdike Yamaha first down. 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the 48-yard line of the Bears. Bias out of the shotgun. Shoemaker to his right. Drops back. He's under a lot of pressure. They get to Bias. He sheds a tackle and gets the throw off somehow.
Oh, man. We got lucky on that one, didn't we?
You want to talk about weight room presence.
Oh.
I thought they had Bias for a big loss, but he was able to keep his footing, and that was a great play to save some very important yardage.
That was a great job, and that was there was nobody over there, so it was a safe spot to unload it to. Good job, Fletcher.
I'm telling you, Fletcher Bias keeps showing me week after week that he is a tough, hard-nosed kid. So is this official for just keep going, man. I'm just saying. All right, Bias out of the shotgun. He's going to call his own number, runs right up the gut, takes a little contact, dives forward to the 45.
I'm sorry. That was funny.
Oh, I'm going to get a complaint letter on Monday. I can already tell.
Hey, I get about 10 of them a week. We'll put them where I put mine.
Oh, goodness. I know where that's at. All right, 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. Last time on 3rd and long, they went to the X-Man. We'll see what they do here. I don't know if this is 4-down territory. I think you're still a little close to midfield, but probably just depends how much you get here, too.
Yeah.
2 wide receivers on the near side. Albrecht out to the sideline. In the slot is Reese. Now the shotgun takes a snap, drops back. We got a false start.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, that is not what the Tigers wanted to see. I really do like the concept of putting Albrecht all the way on the near side on the sideline, and then you put Reese just inside of him in that slot position, because you're asking a lot of your safety to decide, do you go with the 6'5" guy or the 6'4" guy, and either one of them can get a jump ball.
Exactly.
So after the false start penalty, that's going to back the Tigers up to what is now a 3rd and 13 from midfield, right on that 50-yard line. Bias alone. A lot of pressure. Sails the screen, gets it to Murdoch, but they were waiting on him, and they bring him down at the 50. I like the play call, but heads-up defense by the linebacking core for Butler, as they were not letting... Oh, no, that was Ty Ollison, excuse me. Those white uniforms with the yellow lettering isn't the easiest thing to see.
No, they Butler sniffed that one out right there, man. They were all over that.
It's 4th down.
So Butler comes up with the stop, or the Tigers going into their punt formation here.
Uh-oh.
High snap. It's corralled, though, getting the punt away. It's still a pretty good punt. Takes a Tiger favor at the 25. Picked up and returned to the 20. Trying to get to the numbers. Outside for Butler's the 30. Breaks tackle to the 40. Takes a little bit of a thump at the 42. And that was Fletcher Bias that delivered that hit.
Mercy.
Your quarterback is out there laying down the boom on special teams.
My Lord.
That kid is not afraid of anything. So a good job defensively by Butler as they force the Tigers to punt. And they're going to take over now at the 49-yard line. Well, that's not right. The 42-yard line, excuse me. 42, 9, they're close.
We're used to turf fields, man.
Yeah.
Easier to read.
Natural grass out here. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun is Davidson. He's going to call his own number. Running to the left side. He's got a seam ahead to the 45, diving forward to the 46-yard line. What kind of blocking was going out on the right side?
I don't know what's going on over there on that far side over there.
Somehow on the far side, I see 2 people 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage getting up.
2 of these people are doing their own thing way over there.
There might be a little chirping going on over there.
I was going to say.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for Butler. 46-yard line, their own 46-yard line. Now the shotgun is Davidson. He's going to call it his own number again, running forward. He's got the first down and more up the sideline to the 40. Tigers finally tossing him out of bounds at about the 36. When Davidson is out of the shotgun, more times than not, he's keeping it.
Yeah. We got to find an answer because we have not got our defense off the field, I don't think, since the first quarter, and literally made a stop. They just keep coming at us.
Butler has, for the most part, went away from their passing game. It's been run, mainly from Davidson, with the occasional handoff to Wisdom.
Yeah.
This time, Davidson going under center now, so expect a handoff. He's got two backs behind him, Wisdom being one of them. Handoff is to Wisdom. Right side finds a gap and just burst forward. A nice 6-yard gain.
Yeah, Versailles has got to squeeze those gaps down, man. When you play a team like this, you got to squeeze those gaps down tight.
It's patient running. He does a good job of seeing what hole the tackle and guard can create. Brings up 2nd and 4 for Butler. Butler leading by 4. This quarter going by a little quicker. 6:45 to go here in the third quarter. Davidson going to drop back. He is lit up in the backfield. Shoemaker was there. Shoemaker gets him for the sack and the big loss. Nobody picked up the blocker on the blind side, and Chase Shoemaker with the sack.
Butler trying to do something a little tricky there. Actually throw the ball.
Chase had been waiting for that all night.
I think the quarterback told the coach, yeah, I told you we should have just run it.
I think he looked at a teammate and said, was somebody going to get him? My goodness, Shoemaker had a head of steam on that, so that's going to force 3rd and 10 now.
Hey, whatever gives you just a little bit of excitement, man. We got it. It helps us out.
So here we go. Can the Tigers get the stop? A big play by Chase Shoemaker, but they need another. Davidson now back out of the shotgun. He can throw or run. He's going to hand it off to the left. A little bit of a seam there. Tigers trying to force him outside, turning the corner. He's got Greengrass ahead. 10, 5, pushed out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Big carry for Wisdom, but this time, well, I thought it was Xavier Wisdom.
I'm not sure who that was. I can't tell the numbers.
This is not a good night for numbers. Either way, Butler with a big run on 3rd down, and now they are facing 1st and goal.
Got to find an answer, man. Got to find
the
an answer.
9-yard line. Yeah, someone from the Tigers is going to have to make a big stop here. Tigers already trailing by 4. Butler looking to push this lead to double digits here in the third quarter. Tight formation. 2 backs behind Davidson. Quick handoff right up the middle. Plowing forward, and a good job by the Tiger defense to put him down at about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. So minimal gain on 1st down.
Yeah, well, we have Ty in there. Bias is in there.
I think I may have seen Dobbins come in as well.
I think Dobbins was that 3rd man.
He looks to be walking a little bit better now.
Yeah, you got to make a play, man. Keep these guys out of the end zone because they take too much time driving down the field.
So 2nd and goal for Butler from the 5, and we got too many men on the field for Butler.
Got to be, or a timeout or something. I don't know. What's the deal? It's got to be too many, isn't it?
It was something. The ref, I don't know what that call is. He tapped his shoulder and pushed him back, and either way, it's 5-yard penalty, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal, but now from about should be the 11.
I don't know what that was. They had 11 out there. They had a penalty before they even got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's got to be too many men. So that'll push them back to the 10-yard line. Butler with the ball, play clock down to about 10 seconds. 5 to go here in the third quarter. 5 minutes, that is, in the third quarter. Tight formation for Butler. Quick handoff to the left side. No, that's up the gut. They fooled me on that handoff. Did not fool the interior defense from Versailles, though, as they hit him early at the line, holding him to a gain of maybe 1.
I think we got Dobbins back in there again. Yeah, a little 24 there. He is.
Starting to get the vibe that Brady Dobbins just likes to hit things.
Yeah, well, it's time we all start getting in that interior.
I just got to believe him and Ty just kind of giggle every time they tackle.
You ever talk to Brady?
I have not.
Oh, my Lord, you need to talk to Brady one time.
3rd and goal for Butler. Going to be a keeper for Davidson. Goes in the middle, and he is hit early. This Tiger defense. You know, that was Chase Shoemaker with another thumb.
Yeah. Now we're getting after it a little bit. You see a little change in body language with the Tigers right now.
4th and goal for Butler. This is a huge play coming up for the Tiger defense. They trail by 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Now Butler a little different look. They're going to send 2 wide receivers wide to the near side, 1 high. Davidson switching back to the shotgun. He can keep this if he wants. Instead, he's going to hand it off to the left side. Can he get to the pilot? Tigers stop him short. He's out of bounds at the 1. The Tiger defense holds.
We needed that.
No flags on the play. Turnover on downs. Big stop for Versailles.
Yeah, we got to protect it and get it out of that end zone.
What a job. I thought for sure that was going to be 6 points on the board.
It looked like it there. Tigers made the stop, but we can't make the same mistake we did in the first half now and give them a safety.
We saw that, yes, in the first quarter when the Tigers were pinned on their own 1-yard line.
You know they're going to come for it.
I mean, this ball looks like it's about as close to the goal line as possible.
Yeah.
So, Jason, what do you do here? Do you try to go right up the gut and push it forward?
Put the foot and run ISO. Tie lead blocker, Shoemaker carry the ball.
Tigers going with the heavy package here. Bias takes the snap, handoff right up the gut, trying to push it forward. He's hitting the end zone. Is it a safety? Another safety. My goodness, Butler. That is twice tonight that the Versailles defense has done what they need to do, but been pinned in an awkward spot on the 1-yard line. Both times, Butler sending pressure and getting the safety.
Yeah, I got to give Butler credit. We never got the push. Even Ty, the lead blocker, he couldn't just come right downhill. He had to almost stop and pitter-patter his feet, which means there was nowhere to go. That's a good job on the Butler defensive line to get low and just stuff us.